Everybody wants some blast of magic, 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 magic. Look up the magic in me.
It's Wednesday and it's time for the next episode of Magician 101, the show for all magicians. We got a lot of great questions this week. Before we get to the questions, make sure to leave your questions down below for next week. And Merry Christmas to everybody, by the way. As you notice, Bob's Magic Emporium is all decked out for Christmas. We have a Christmas tree, garland on the counter here and around the shelves. So, if you saw my Christmas video, we decorated magically for Christmas. So, I'm kind of excited about that. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and let's get to the questions. First, Noah Brady wants to know about hospitality. If you've never seen hospitality, go look it up on YouTube. It's a very great trick. Lance Burton performs this a lot in his stage show. And it's a trick where you have a bunch of different, you basically pour drinks for people. You can pour milk or soda or beer or that kind of thing. And it pours out of a container and it just keeps pouring. Kind of like a refilling bottle kind of deal. It's a really great trick. Noah Brady wants to know what I think about it. But it's expensive. I've seen it online, like $500–600. It's expensive. And it doesn't fit my style of performing. So I wouldn't buy it because it is so expensive and it doesn't fit my style of performing. And I don't do enough stage shows because that wouldn't even work in like a kid's birthday party or a cabaret show. It'd have to be done strictly on stage. So I don't do enough stage shows to compensate for that. And I don't like buying expensive magic tricks anyways. I do buy some, like Zigzag Rocky or the Nesta boxes that I have. Those are expensive, but I don't really like buying super expensive magic tricks just because, you know, I don't know, I just don't feel like it. So it's not a trick that would fit my style of performing, so I wouldn't get it for myself. If you're thinking about getting it, it's expensive, and I would say if you're going to do enough shows to compensate for it, go ahead and get it. But if you're not going to do enough stage shows where it makes sense to buy it, don't get it. Alright, Taylor Lunsford Magic says, hey Bob, what is on your wish list for Christmas? And what are your 3 favorite magic dealers? Alright, we're going to start with my wish list for Christmas. I got some things already off my wish list for early Christmas presents, like the Emergency Box or the Clarity Box by David Regal, and this one, Overstuffed by Bizarro. I've got this already too. So, but there's other, of course, Christmases today, so hopefully I'll get some more magic. I'm sure I'll get more magic. Some things on my wish list are Risky Bet by Harry Evans. That is looks like a really great trick where you have some kind of money under your foot, and then you have the spectator choose a card. You say, I get a couple chances to try to find the card. If you don't, you get the money under my foot, and you don't find the card, and then the money has turned into their card under your foot. Looks really cool. Another one that I've asked for is Risky Bet by Harry Evans. That is Risky Bet is where it looks like trick photography. It's like a color changing deck kind of thing where you make the cards change from like blue back to red back, and then boom, the whole deck changes. It looks like trick photography. Some other ones are Diminishing Milk. Diminishing Milk is where you have a big like pitcher of milk. You pour it into like a medium-sized pitcher, and then the same amount of milk fills up the medium-sized pitcher, and then you pour it into a little small pitcher about this tall, and the same amount of milk that was in the pitcher about this tall fills up the pitcher that's about this tall. So it's really cool. And my 3 favorite magic dealers. Obviously, my number 1 is Magic Geek. I shop from there the most. I have to say another one is the Magic Warehouse in Owings Mills. It's a local online magic shop because they're based in Maryland. So I decided, you know, I'd buy from them a little bit. And probably Elmwood Magic if I had to pick another one, because Elmwood Magic, they're kind of cool. All right. So Jay Brothwick has a final question. Hey, 444RR, have a great Christmas. Hope you get everything you asked for. And what do you think of the Santa Surprise by Razzmatazz Magic? Yes. So the Santa Surprise, that is a trick where lots of stuff happens in the trick. So you have basically a little house, kind of a picture of a house. It's double-sided. You can open it up, and then inside there's a picture of like a house with no decorations. You close it up, give it a little wave, decorations appear, and then Santa appears, and other things happen in the trick as well. I saw the demo. Don't have the trick, but I saw the demo. It looks kind of cool, so it's 75 pounds over in British money. I think that's like 90-something American money. So it's not for me. It wouldn't fit my style because I don't do a lot of like themed shows. I don't do a Halloween show. I don't do a Christmas show, even though there are tricks out there to do it. So it wouldn't fit my style because I wouldn't use it. but it looks kind of cool, though, from what the demo video showed. And Jay Brothwick also wants to know about the appearing 8-foot pole. Do you think it would be a good trick and effect to put into a magic act? All right, this is the appearing 8-foot pole, and I love this thing. This is a lot of fun to do. When you have, well, I usually take a little brown paper lunch bag, and I have the pole inside of it, and I pull the pole out, and it really gets good reaction when people see that you're pulling a pole out of a bag that it physically can't fit in. It's really cool. There's other versions of the pole too. There's also an appearing straw, an 8-foot straw. There's an 8-foot magic wand. I think there's even magic wands. I think I've seen in smaller sizes, like 5 feet. There's other ones like an appearing candy cane and other ones like that. So I used to use the pole because that was the only one that I had. And then when my local magic shop, Barry's Magic Shop, closed, he had like a big sale. Everything was like 50% off, and he had some straws left. So I decided to buy a straw, and I use the straw now more than I use the pole. So, but I keep the pole though because I really like the pole too. So it kind of depends. Normally, if I do like a stage show, sometimes I'll do the pole, and if I'm doing a kid show, I'll do the straw. And I'll usually have a McDonald's bag too, and I'll say, hey, I asked them to supersize it, but wait, not this big. So really cool. The straw is really cool, and the pole is too. So definitely get that, because if you're thinking about getting a pole or a straw or a wand, one of the appearing ones, it's a lot of fun, and it really gives your audience a really good. They're like, wow, when they see the straw appear. So that's this week's Magician 101. I hope everybody has a safe and Merry Christmas. And thank you so much for watching. Remember to post your questions down below for next week. And I'll see you next Wednesday for an all-new Magician 101 in the new year. I have a jack, and I also have 3 10s. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the jack and we're going to sandwich it right in. Of course, you get the 2 tubes, and you get a certain amount of bottles. Let me grab one of the bottles. He was on a roll with hole-in-one. Not only did he sink the putt on his first shot, but he also got the $500